Welcome to Palworld Tides of Terraria, the latest update to hit Palworld. Today I'll be spending 100 days trying to defeat as many of the tower bosses and raid bosses as I can, all while trying to create the most perfect genetic monstrosity that is oddly adorable. Yeah! So sit back, relax, and enjoy this 100 days. And so it began like any other Palworld time. I created my character and was greeted with the chicken pie, lamb ball, and Cjthechelcheesedj standing over me, waiting for me to wake up. After the rude awakening and collecting my tablet, it was then time to head back out into Palworld. Unfortunately, for some reason, it was nighttime. I don't know why, so I decided to just spend the time gathering some basic resources such as wood and stone. I was then able to make myself the primitive workbench in the morning, and I could make myself the basic tools that I needed to continue harvesting resources. From here, I then made myself my first power sphere, and thankfully there was a bunch of lamb balls nearby, so I conveniently clubbed one to the brink of death and decided to enslave it for the rest of eternity and probably turn it into a condensed version of itself that'll end up being goo. I also caught the rest of the lamb balls in the area as well and built my first PAL box base that was located just next to the starting area. I then went ahead and once again beat up some more of the native wildlife, capturing a chicken pie and then returning back to base. However, I did get a mysterious stranger visiting the base as well. So it was a wandering merchant, so I decided, you know what a perfect time to try and capture this guy. It's not like we only had one power sphere or anything like that. What are our capture chances? Not bad. I mean, he's level 1. I should have probably hit him first. Although he's not really too upset about getting captured, I guess because there's no one in the area. We're going to try and make some more balls here, some more spheres, and we'll see if we can catch him. Hello, good sir. He has a gun. I have a club. We're still going to try and capture him. Nice level 1 merchant to try and catch. 30% chance, I'll take it. Let's go. Nope. Let's go. We take it. Our first human. Let's go. I then went back to focusing on making up some more power spheres while watching my lamb balls slave away for my convenience. I also made myself up a cloth outfit. At this point, I was just following the missions that were appearing in the top right corner of the screen. So the next mission was to capture 2 more lamb balls. Thankfully, these guys were so strategically placed right next to the base that all I needed to do was head over there, beat them up, and capture them again. Now, I also went ahead and built myself a basic shelter. By basic, I meant it had 1 wall and 1 single tile roof. That was all I needed to sleep in the bed. My next mission was to capture 30 pals. Any 30 pals, so I decided to venture a little bit further from the base area and head out a little bit further. Obviously, there's just chicken pies just here at the moment and lamb balls, but as I made my way further down south, there were other pals that started to appear, such as fox sparks, gumos, and pengullets as well. Now, obviously, we were going to need a pengullet as well for its watering capabilities, as well as a foxsparks and a gumos for their kindling and their planting powers respectively. I also caught some cremisses down here. I don't know why, I just wanted to subjugate them to a life of slavery. It's not like I was ever going to use these guys for anything. They were just going to sit questioning their existence in a power box for the rest of eternity. That got dark very quickly. Thankfully, I was able to capture the other powers that I mentioned earlier, such as the foxsparks and the gumos. I did attempt to capture this Cjthecheesedj. I had no luck trying to capture that bad boy. So I returned back to capture more fox sparks with my lamb ball in roll, helping me weaken the dudes that I found. The next mission was to create a fox sparks harness, which I made on the fly, and we were able to finally wield our flamethrower of cuteness.
Hi.
Alrighty, so we've pretty much got all the basic stuff good to go. We've got a forge made up now. We've got berries. We've got feed boxes. We've got a 3-shot bow now as well that we've got made up. So we're going to head out and we are going to go find this chillet to try and capture or defeat it. Oh god, Fox Sparks, please don't attack the mammoth rest.
Huh?
Ooh, that was a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. And we've got one of the new NPCs down here as well. Okay, she wants us to take a delivery to the nearby town. That's kind of cool. Wait, what does it give us? Oh shit. That's quite a reward. I'm not going to complain about that. That is quite the army they have there. We're just going to leave... Wait, what's our capture? Yeah, we're just going to leave those guys, I think. Oh my god. There is a dire howl nest right there. G'day, fellas. We're going to... Oh, gosh. We're going to ignore them. We're going to grab the eggs. And we're going to be on our merry way. We're going to go ahead and set these suckers on fire. They want to mess... Okay, that went well. That went very well. After falling to the Dire House, I then made my way to Chillet, where we used Foxsparks' flamethrower to absolutely melt it to smithereens. I was then able to capture the Chillet, and I found the village as well, where I was able to find another person with a quest, and all they requested from me was a water type pal. So obviously I had caught a couple of those guys on the way, so I handed that in, and we got an easy quest reward done and done. These new pals in the villages though, they make it look so alive. Look at them all. Yeah. That's so awesome. There's pals throughout the entire village now. That's really cool. Oh my. Look at this Tiefin. Drowning the poor Tifa. What is going on there? Oh, and this guy's new too. I wonder what he does. He has the tasks for us. Looks like we got a new dude up here as well. Pal Ecological Researcher. Oh. Record 10 types of PAL in the Palpedia. Well, guess what? We've done that. High grade technical manual. Alright, cool. These new mission rewards are pretty good by the looks of things. And here is our guy that we needed to deliver the dish to. Boom. Done. I then returned back to the base and slept for the night for a brand new day. We've got ourselves the fishing rod, we've got ourselves some bait, we've got a saddle for Chillet, and we are looking happy as a chappy. One thing I want to do is I want to get a hot spring up and running first, but we are going to need some more pen gullets. So let's get that sorted first, and then I want to head off and we're going to do some fishing. Instead, however, I just headed straight for the fishing because we could get some power fluids on the way. Bruh, not like I did that shit on purpose. Come on, give me a break. You know, I might as well capture some of the local townsfolk if they think I'm assaulting them, so why not? Village chief, yeah, we can take him with us. Guys are taking too long to freaking kill us anyway. So while trying to capture the townsfolk while they ended my life for running over their pals, we eventually did die. It was just going to be too much of a hassle to try and fish while we were wanted for 3 counts of assault. Thankfully, they were able to kill me and I respawned back at the base. Alright, here we go. Let's get some fishing underway, see what this is all about. We've got our fishing rod, we've got some purpley, sparkly pals in the water. Let's see what we can get. I'm kind of excited to try the fishing out, to be completely honest. I reckon it's going to be... Oh, we also got a trust level with Lamball. Okay. Oh, hold something to align the blue-green bar with the fish. Okay, this is a very tiny fishing bar, but I mean, we're capturing whatever is in here. Do we need a power sphere for it? Yo, let's go. We've got a Celerate, a boss Celerate. Oh, shit, look at the loot we got. Precious Plume, Tundra Outfit Schematic. That's cool. Let's go ahead and fish up this little guy. So the purple sparkles mean that it's an alpha one, I'm pretty sure. And then you've got green, which means it has like a prismatic trait. And then there's like a purpley beamy one. That means it has both of those things. So we're going to try and look out for both of them. I am a fan of the fishing so far. It's very fun. It's very enjoyable. It's got that little difficulty level. We've got a Jellyette there. We've got a lot of loot from that, which makes me very happy. Alright, we're going to fast travel out and in and see what happens, see if that respawns anything. Okay, so it does look like it had some sort of respawning effect. Let's go ahead and capture this. And then we might also just run that cave, I think. That is a very big pen gullet. Oh, this guy's new. Tentacle. He looks... What are we holding on to there? That's a bit sussy, if you ask me. Well, that makes me uncomfortable. After touching Tentacle inappropriately, we then headed into the dungeon by the village, finding a new room, as well as a fuddler cave down here in some sort of treasure room, which was really cool. So with this new update as well, the dungeons had changed from their standard thing. So now there are a bunch of different random rooms that would appear, and this was obviously one of them. I was very excited to check out the rest of the new dungeons to see what else had changed. Alright, here we go. We're at the end of the dungeon, and it looks like it's a fox spark. So I'll happily take that. Let's see if we can kill these guys. I should probably not use Chillet, just because Chillet will probably die to these guys. Although I don't know if we have much to worry about, to be completely honest. Do you think, Chillet? I am stuck in the ground. Chillet, come save me, please. I am very much stuck here. Well, I guess this is my home now. After defeating Foxsparks, I then grabbed the loot at the end of the dungeon, getting some technical and training manuals, as well as some extra loot, which I then sold to the trader alongside all the fishing supplies that we had gotten. I then returned back to fishing, deciding to get some extra XP as well as extra loot so we could make some extra money, and I sold that back again to the trader. I then returned and handed in the quest for the cake, and then I continued out exploring, looking for new fishing spots where we could fish up more powerful pals. I did find some out here, however they didn't have the purple glow until I spotted some through the skeleton. So I obviously needed to head over there and fish those bad boys up, and I did get quite a few pals from here and quite a bit of decent loot. While out here, I also discovered a cave that I decided to run, and at the end was a level 12 Cjthecheesedj that I made pretty quick work of with Cjthecheesedj. After defeating Cjthecheesedj, I then decided, you know what, let's see how we fare against the Pen King dungeon. This is generally my rite of passage, as coming into it, I generally just get absolutely destroyed by his little pen gullet minions. So I figured we'd try this while we were at a decent-ish level, at level 21. Obviously, we only really had Fox Sparks that could do a serious amount of damage. However, his pen gullets on their first shot took out my damn shield and half my health. So you can already imagine how well this was going to go. Wait, hold on, I have grenades. I have grenades. Well, that's about as well as I was expecting it to go, to be completely honest. Here we go for round 2. Let's see how well this goes. Gonna deal with these little shits first. Did that one just straight up go back to sleep? No, it didn't. I'm just gonna try and capture. Oh, that was so close. I saw my life flash before my eyes again. Okay. Fox Sparks, you're in charge. Please deal with Pen King. We're gonna hide behind this little pillar with our 130 health. Oh god. Don't you aim at me, you bastard. I don't like him walking over to us menacingly. Gonna try our luck here. Let's go. Pretty good chances. I then explored further from the village where I encountered my first bounty. Goodbye, Cjthecheesedj. You... Where the fuck do you go? Oh. Bro, stay in your ball if you know what's good for you. Just stay in there. Fuck's sake. Now you're just making me waste my fears, and it's annoying me. Bro. Okay, this is the last one, otherwise I'm gonna kill him. I warned ya. Okay, one more. One more just for good time's sake. Alright. He's dead to me. We got a fuddler in here. Oh, Cjthecheesedj, you just murdered the poor little dude. You didn't deserve that. Doesn't matter, he's ours now anyway. Alright, here we go. Supreme Fluff Commander, you're going down, boy. Okay, maybe... This is definitely going to be a team effort, Cjthecheesedj. You're up. Go for it. We're going to provide assistance. Okay, that frag grenade has just completely gone AWOL. Please don't look at me, sir. Who is firing at me? Dude, get lost. What are you doing in here? Ow. Thank you for that, Cjthecheesedj. Alright, we're going to catch him? No, we're not. Please don't sit on me, dude. Where is Cjthecheesedj going? Genuinely, where is Cjthecheesedj going? Thankfully, even with Cjthecheesedj running off into the distance for some unknown reason, we were able to defeat King Paka, and then I continued exploring. Alrighty, and we found Zoe, so I guess we could potentially try and recruit her already, even though we haven't even defeated her for her to start converting her ways. We're just gonna leave her for the time being. After finding Zoe, I then headed out to the nearest oil rig, which was the low level one, and I started fishing. Trying to find some high level decent pals that had decent skills out here was obviously quite difficult because they were much harder than the standard ones that we were catching, but we did manage to capture quite a few of these guys out here as well, which I was very thankful for. Plus it means we got a bunch of loot. I then headed back onto the mainland and killed/captured another bounty. I did try to capture him, but it didn't really work out for me. Now, we then headed out to the lake to try and capture this Azurobe, as this was going to be the first pure water-based pal that we could actually ride around on in the ocean, aside from Cjthecheesedj, obviously, that didn't utilize stamina. So I really needed to capture this Azurobe, and I figured it was going to be easy enough to find and easy enough to capture. Let's go! First aquatic mount, we will take that. We're also just going to go ahead and help ourselves to this supply drop here. Jokes. Look at these fools pulling up on here like they think they know what they're doing. Level 5 little bastards. I just missed the first one. This is bad. This is bad. He's going to explode. Okay, we're fine. He killed him. Ooh, I was a little bit worried there for a second. I'm not going to lie. But we're fine. Not a concern whatsoever. Alright, I am also making a new shield. I made some more bait. So we're looking pretty schmick right about now. We're probably going to do a butt ton of fishing, I'm not going to lie. Alright, and we made it over to our first island. We didn't technically use Azuro, but we did have Chillet who's faster. And we've got the new pals! Look at Herbal! What a little cutie! Oh my god. Wait, don't run away from me, little guy. I just want to be your friend and slave you and subjugate you to revive you. Oh, he glides as well. I didn't know that he glided. I love him. I love him. Lamball. Why do I still have a Lamball in my party for? Lamball's going to explode. Fuck's sake. Oh, well, that's funny. That's why I have Lamball in the party for. To laugh at. What do you mean? Okay, that's cool. Alrighty, perfect. So we're out here. We're going to do some fishing. We could potentially do some salvaging. We'll see what we can fish up. We do have Azurobe, so we can now swim along the ocean and fish off the back of Azurobe. And look at this. A bunch of purples. Don't mind if I fish here for a little while. So that's exactly what I did. I fished up a bunch of pals. None of them having crazy good passive skills, but that was fine because we got a bunch of loot from fishing them all up. So I was pretty happy about that. Let's go. Our first big one. We got a Jelroy and it's got a Lunker on it. I'll take it. It's only level 1, but that doesn't matter. Conveniently, there is some merchants out here, so we're going to go ahead and sell some of our pals to them because we have a butt ton of them. Well, I mean, 6 grand from selling some pals isn't too bad. Let's come over here, though, and sell all the good stuff that we got from fishing, and we'll see how much that nets us. Solid 51k. Fishing seems very, very OP for making money. Not going to lie, I'm not complaining, though. We get all the money we can get. Krojiro out here trying to teach some swimming lessons to the Cjthecheesedj. It doesn't look like it's going very successfully. We'll save you, dude. Don't stress. We got your back. I don't know who this guy is, but I mean, he's just kind of crouching there menacingly, and I'm quaking in my boots. What's going on, dude? Rookie power breeder. If you bring me 5 cakes, I'll make it worth your while. All right, well, I'm not at that stage where I have cakes, so you can hold your horses, mate. Okay, we've got Bushi up here in this sealed realm, so we're going to go ahead and fight him, see how we go. Hopefully, we can get a dub on him. He's kind of just standing there menacingly. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit scared. I'm low-key hoping I don't get one-shot by this guy. Chilliet, though, is bringing out the moves, that's for sure. Might as well try our luck at capturing him. Why not? And we take those. These new wind gusts, though, they are so bloody good. It's so nice not having to scale a damn mountain to try and get somewhere. So after spending that day fishing and exploring, I then decided to spend the next day heading out to the Tides of Terraria island, which was located off of the volcano island. So we did have quite a bit of a journey ahead of us. Thankfully, Chillet was a very good swimmer, and we did have Azurobe alongside of us, so we could successfully make our way out there. Even if Chillet did run out of stamina, we weren't too really worried about it. I just needed to make sure I was going the right way. And we have the Terraria Island. Let's go. Eternal Summer Isle. Nothing exciting from salvage. We do have this very... Oh, look over here. This looks very juicy. Hopefully this isn't a crazy high level fishing spot and we can actually do some fishing here and get some good stuff, because there's a purple marker there. I wonder if all of these islands have that purple. Okay, this says it's a master fishing spot. Fuck it, we ball. We're gonna try our luck. Let's see how we go. Okay, I mean, we were doing decently for a second there, and then it kind of all just derailed rather quickly. We'll see one of these guys, because I think the purple beam ones are the hardest, and then the sparkles are slightly easier. Let's go. We take that. It's a doom mud. A golden doom mud. Oh shit, look at all the stuff we just got off it. Considering it's a master fishing spot, which is what? Master's the final tier of fishing, I'm pretty sure. We might as well go again and see what else we can get out here. Let's go. Going strong. What did we get? Tentacle Terror. Just some more Finsiders at the bottom. What do we got up here? Finsiders and Herbals. Alpha Herbals. Oh, look, it's the Palumbas. I really want some of these guys. They would absolutely kick my ass, though. Oh, Jesus, they're running at me. Oh, fuck. Chillets, nope. Stay away from me, Palumba. Oh, shit, we are getting out of there. Chillet almost got one shot by those giant chickens. After having that near-death experience, I then headed out to the volcano island where the village was to activate the fast travel point out there and take a look at the new town since this had been updated. There were so many new pals that were running around and just chilling in this village. I was loving how much life they were bringing to the villagers. I then spotted a giant iceberg out here in the distance, so I figured we'd go ahead and check this bad boy out because I really wanted to get my hands on a Walaska. Now, granted, this guy was probably going to be very high level and difficult to get. I just really liked the design of Walaska, and I really wanted one for my team. All right, Frostbitten Isle. It looks like there's some fishing spot down here. Ooh. We have some green ones here. We've got a peacock. We've got Iceland, which is, I think, is that the Ice Witch? We'll come back to this. I want to see these guys first. We might, that's right. We bought a bunch of megaspheres from the trader over there as well. Foxbarks. See if we can catch some of these frost plumed. Ouch. Oh God, they are hurting. And potentially some of those Icelands. Foxbarks, you're embarrassing us. Do something, please. I should probably activate the fast travel point before I die. Oh God. We'll see our luck. Let's see. Oh, no. Did we catch it? We did defeat one, and we caught a frost plume. Nice. 100% chance. We love to see it. Hopefully, we are up to par with it, and we can handle it. It does say it's a beginner fishing spot, so hopefully it's a good trait. What did we get? Jelliet? With Vampiric. Nice. All right, we take that. We take that. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, look at these little dudes. We've got Munchel out here. Let's jump off here. We're going to use Fox Sparks. Oh God, this is probably a bad idea. They sound like seagulls. They sound like seagulls. How great. After dying, I returned back and did some more fishing where we caught a Kelpsie, a Jelliet, and I found myself a brand new isle that was called the Isle of Decayed Treasures. Out here, we found a whole bunch of new water type pals, which had me very excited to see what they could do. 30%. Let's see if we can weaken them a smidgen. That's not what I wanted to happen, but that's cool. Let's see if we can not hopefully kill them. I don't know if Icicle Cutter will reach that far, but let's find out. It did. It hit them. Oh, here she comes. I'm going to jump off here and let Chillet handle things. Oh, God. Ooh. Well, these tentacles can help me kill the Gloopy. Not kill it, weaken it. I'm trying to capture it here. You're fighting the wrong freaking pal. Chill it. What are you doing with yourself? Get your ass over here, boy. Girl? I don't know. You're a boy. That's fine. Let's go for it. What do we got? Let's see if we can get it. Okay, apparently not. Chillet is almost dead. Oh! All yours, Chillet. Go for it. Please leave me alone. Chillet, do something. You're about to die. I fucking died! Oh my god, I was recalling Chillet, and now I'm gonna lose it. Well, it's gone. That's fine. Tends to happen. It's just generally my luck. Alright, alright. We've got some decent looking chances out here. Let's jump on Azurove and see how we go. Well, that went well. And we've been swimming for a while, and we've just found another island all the way at the top here. So that's the last island we were on. We're up the top here now on Oasis Isle. We've got some Brelolas out here. Why are they all alpha? What the fuck? We've got some more fishing spots. An advanced fishing spot. I don't think we're going to be able to do that, but we do have a fast travel point, so we can return here at a later stage. Which is wonderful. We will come back here because we are definitely not prepared for this. I can tell you that much. Let's get out of here. We're going back home. And we've got a raid incoming. Come back here, Foxbox. We need you. A herd of man-eating lizards. Man-eating wild... Why am I so... Can you... Foxbox, what are you doing? Get your ass back here. We need you for your huggy fire. I don't know why they're all the way down there for, but we're going to go face them on and deal with them. Are they stuck on something? I think they're stuck. Guys? You good? Oh, it's Lee's Punk and Direhowl. Oh, they're only left with 5. I should have just caught them. I didn't realize they were so low level. Wait. Oh, ferocious. Come back here. My base is across the bridge. Where are you going, mate? I'm so confused. Oh, well. We'll take them. And we're just slowly working on being able to build 2 bases so that we can go ahead and get ourselves a new base spot, because obviously this isn't going to work for the long term, but we do have somewhere set up in mind, which is just this area over here, which I really like. So I will head over there and set up a base, but I've just got to get this base mission complete. So we just need to do the expedition station, sphere workbench, and the cooler box, and we're good to go. Cool. I will take that. There is our expedition station. How long is this thing going to take us? Maybe we'll throw Jilliet out to help us. There we go. Cool. Joe Roy. Alright, that's our expedition station. Let's get that up and running. We just need the sphere workbench and the cooler. No, the cooler box is done. We just need the sphere workbench. Alrighty, and this is where we are going to set up our next base. So let's go ahead, get some foundations down. This is just going to kind of be an open base, I think, for the time being, because we're probably going to change locations, to be completely honest. I don't think we'll permanently be staying here, so we're just going to get some basic foundations down. We're going to get some food down, all that sort of stuff, and we'll go from there. And we're going to go on a small little murder spree, killing a bunch of the alphas, just because we need the extra XP, and we also get the medallions from killing them, so why not? You know what, I might even spend some time actually capturing some of them. So I went ahead traveling around small sections of the map, fighting any alpha powers that I came across. I did come across a Catress in a portal that I did want to capture, as she did have a good handicraft and would probably be the best handicraft power that we had at the moment. Thankfully, I was able to capture her, and then I made my way back out across this bridge to head further into the map of Palworld. Now, in this area was going to be the Free Pal Alliance. I was a little bit over-leveled for it in comparison to the wild guys that were out here, but I wasn't too concerned about it. I did find some fishing spots and a Patalia boss as well that we went ahead and tried to take on. Thankfully, we did have Foxbucks with our flamethrower effect, so it made pretty decent work of the Patalia. Okay, Foxbucks, you're on your own. We're going to die if we stay conjoined to you. I'm just going to hide behind this rock. I don't like how menacingly she is approaching me. Oh shit, that was close. Come on, hopefully we can catch her. Let's go. We take those. Thank you very much, Patalia, for your contribution. Alrighty, let's run through some dungeons while we're out here as well. Get some free loot. Lots of flowers. Maybe we should fall down here more often. And a gloopy. Bro, what is this B-Guard's problem? Stay in the fucking ball. It killed us. Yo, here we go. We got the big boy himself, Missandei. We've got 1 Gigasphere to try and catch this guy. We need a Missandei in our life. Let's do it. Go get him, Fox Sparks. You're attacking the wrong way. Wait. They might be able to help us. If they're going to follow us all the way out here, they can tussle with Missandei. Lol. Okay. I don't think I've ever had this happen before. Get him, Missandei. Oh, not me! I'm getting fucking targeted by everyone. Ooh. Okay, let's try our luck here. I don't have high hopes, but we're gonna try our luck. Oh, I didn't hit his head. God damn it! Is this the one? It's the one. Let's go. Oh, well, this was a nice and short dungeon. We got Robin Quill here. Level 29. I think we're probably just going to try and kill him. I don't think I have the spheres to capture him. I'm just going to let Foxbucks... Oh god, it's getting absolutely annihilated. Let's give Chillet a chance here. There's a lot of Robin Quills. I don't like this. Well, okay. That was a solid dungeon. Well done. We're dead. Well, thankfully upon returning, it's a Catress now and not an army of Robin Quills. So hopefully Chillet can deal with her. If he can hit his attacks. Chillet, you have permission to just murder her. Preferably before you die, buddy. Let's go. We take those. This is the first time I have seen the Missandei swim animation, and look how bloody glorious it is. These dudes are loving life. Alright, we're going to begin a fishing spot here with a purple beam, so let's see what we get out of this. But I'm too distracted by the damn Missanders. Look at them go. Never mind. We're slowly making our way up to the ice area so that we can fight Lily and Lylene. I can't get over these Missanders. They're so good. Alrighty, we're up in the snow. We are thankfully not taking cold damage, and I think it's mainly because of our Fox Sparks technically being out. Yeah, it is. Let's throw Fox Sparks back out. Sweet. So we should be fine to hit up this tower. I don't know if we're going to be able to defeat Lily and Lylene on the first go. We've only really got Fox Sparks. Maybe we'll go back to base, make some weapons for ourselves, and then we'll come back out here and see if we can defeat her. So we've got Fox Sparks, and we've also got a poison arrow crossbow with some bolts. I am hopeful, but part of me is kind of like, will this happen? I mean, we're already doing pretty decent damage, to be honest. Ouch. Although Fox Sparks is taking quite a bit of damage. I don't know if poison and fire stack. I mean, it looks like we're doing a lot of damage. Oh god, I hate the seeds. Ugh. Let's throw out Azerope. Actually, let's go Cjthecheesedj here. We'll give Fox Sparks a second to try and recover. Jesus, that does a lot of freaking damage. Considering Cjthecheesedj is water, she's doing a butt ton of damage to Lily and Lylene. Almost more than Fox Sparks, to be honest. That triple wave attack just does a lot of damage. Oops, she's dead. Now I feel bad. We're cutting it very close. Fox Sparks, if you could do some fucking damage, you're joking. The next day, once again, to try and take on Lily and Lylene. This time with a slightly different party. Now, you're probably also noticing that the footage here is grainy, and that's actually because I had recorded all of these days previously. However, due to me having a very low bitrate, the footage is obviously very grainy like this, so I had to re-record all of the previous days. So you will notice that there are some slight discrepancies when we come out of these earlier days to when we have our current team. Alrighty, so slowly making our way over to the desert, and we've just found a stronghold base. So we're going to go ahead, hit it up, and see what we can get out of it. Oh, I should have probably not put anyone away. Let's just throw... Oh god, what have I done? I'll take the chest, thank you. Excuse me. We're gonna go up the stairs now, see what's upstairs. Hopefully we can get some good loot from in here. There's a chest down there. There's a doorway here. What do we go? Oh my god, that's a big heifer. Let's climb up here before we die. Thank you. Okay, we got some loot. We're taking fire damage. That's cheating. That is flamethrower damage through the floor. That is some next level bullshit. The flamethrower should not be penetrating that floor hole. And we have finally made it to the desert. Thank God for that. There's also a vertigo-stricken breeder here. Let's speak to this guy. Some poacher scum stole my best pal. I chased him this far, but they went and climbed up that stupid ledge. Alright. So he wants us to go get his pal for him. Where is it? No mercy for pal thieves? Track? Oh, it's up there. Alright, cool. Maybe we'll come back and do this when we get a flyer. For now, though, we need to head to the desert town and head out there, which is all the way out there. So let's get out to the desert town. After unlocking the dune shelter, I then headed back to the starter area as I was after some particular pals. We're trying to capture a Nightwing so that we can hopefully breed it with our Dinossum so we can get an Amascal. And then from Amascal, we can then hopefully get a Splatterina. Alrighty, so we are getting plenty of resources from this base, but what we're actually going to go ahead and do is destroy it all. We're going to go ahead and dismantle this base because, well, I don't like it. It's very gross. It's yucky. We just want to get rid of it so that we don't have to think about it anymore. After demolishing the starter base, I then headed out to the church that's in the Red Forest because this area was surrounded by ore nodes and we needed a butt ton of it. So I decided to put a power box out here and set this up. And we were going to leave some pals out here with some storage chests and they were just going to mine their lives away. And we weren't going to bother feeding them. Pure slave labor right here, right now. We have a lot of Doomuds. Oh my god, look at them all. Okay, so they're going to do that. Oh, can I even get access to the pal base? No, I cannot. That's fine. Look at that. Look how much time that's going to save us. So we're just going to leave these guys to do this out here. After setting up the mining base, I then spent the rest of the day capturing and going after any of the alpha pals that appeared on the map. Starting with this Univolt, I did go ahead and capture it as well because, well, we didn't really have a decent mount yet to ride around on. So I figured Univolt would be a good start. I also tried to catch this Mammorest as well. I then went ahead and just caught a bunch of the other pals that I hadn't already caught 12 of, so we could get some decent XP gains as well. And I obviously just had to kill this level 11 Gumos out here as well. Alrighty, we just got back from the other base with all the rocks and ore, and we've got 815 ore, which is huge. It's so nice, and that was just in one day. I then headed back out into the night to continue looking for a Nightwing that I could potentially breed with my Dinothum, so that we could slowly make our way towards an Amaskul, which would net us a Splatterina, which was the best handiwork pal in Palworld. Thankfully, there was this Nightwing sleeping right here. It had a pretty high capture rate, however, it escaped my first sphere. The second sphere, though, was able to capture it, and we could finally go ahead and start breeding our pals. Hey, it's a male. Very terrible stats. Do that. Then we should get a Maskul, which we can then breed to get Splatterina. Alright, and we now have access to the ore mining site too, because we are level 38. We also got the deluxe bait and the refined metal armor, as well as a refrigerator, which is actually really nice. Hopefully with this new mining site, these guys will get a little bit more ore mined out. I then returned back out to the oil rig to fish up some of the pals that were out here, try my luck, see what we could get. I did manage to catch an Azerobe Christ, however, there were a couple of the very high tier purple glowing beams, so I did obviously want to try and catch those guys for the really good traits. I started off with the smaller ones first just to try and warm ourselves up. However, as you can see, that did not go very well. I managed to catch one out of the three. We did get a Penking with Runner. I don't know if I want to try and tackle this big boy. We'll go for this one and then we'll try and get this guy. I really just want a Alaska. That's all I want. A Alaska. Okay. All right, 2 for 2. Two for technically 4, I guess. Do we want to do it? The not starting at the top really threw me off. Fucking hell. Oh, well, that went swell, didn't it? So after failing to capture the glowy purple beam one, I then headed to the other fishing spot and managed to catch myself some other basic-y pals. So we did catch a Penking. Thankfully, there were 2 spots out here, so we could kind of cycle between the 2 of them, in between like fast traveling and everything. I wasn't having the greatest of time catching pals out here, unfortunately, so I decided to head to the other village that was near the Tides of Terraria dungeon, and I decided to fish off of that dock as we did find a green glowy one, and we actually caught a Gloopy. And we hadn't actually gotten a Gloopy before, and this one had Demon God, so I was actually pretty damn happy about that, to be honest. So I did spend most of my time fishing up. However, I did want to grab a Ragnarhawk here as well to try and use it as a flyer, so we could get our first sort of decent flying mount. And I also just wanted a fire type pal as well, because we did have a lot of water types due to the Tides of Terraria update. However, Penking had another notion in mind. He was jealous of there being another bird type pal on the team, so he decided to kill it. I see a nice island out here. I'm not gonna lie, I am hopeful that there's a Walaska out here. We do have a Walaska. There's no way I can defeat him, but we've got an Walaska. He's swimming away, fuck. There's no fishing spots out here. Walaska, be my friend, please. Is he coming back? He's just swimming away? I mean, I'm not going to even tickle him. He's 20 levels above us. Alas, that was all for nothing. Alright, we've just found Phantom Island. I totally have not spent the last day circling around this island trying to find new fish to fish up. I can hear a sparkle. Someone's sparkly out here. But I don't see any pals. And ganglers! Oh, it's 52. I don't think I can catch that. I didn't know they spawned on the land. I was actually looking for a gangler. Looking for an Ignis one, but I'll take a normal one. I might get my ass kicked here. Oh shit, they're all after me. Oh god, what did I do to piss off all the Gelroys? Oh, there's more of them. We are in big trouble here. Although, there is quite some damage being done here. Do I want Gelroys? I don't think I even have the means to catch them. I do want that gangler. Okay, wonderful. That worked out swell. Oh god, please, Gelroys, leave me be. I come in Fucking hell. So after dying to the hordes of Gelroys and Ganglers out here, I decided to bring Chillet into the fold and help me out. Chillet almost died, however, but I did manage to get my body back, which made it all worth it. And then I headed to the back of the island to take a look at some of the fishing spots. But once again, I got attacked, and some of these guys had some very strong opinions about me trying to fish on their island. Thankfully, with the help of Penking and Chillet, I was able to defeat them, and then I could fish up the pals located at the back of the island, where we got a Finsider Ignis. So not bad, but I don't think we can swim with them. I then spent the rest of the night fishing up the rest of these purple spots. I just figured why not, we'd get a decent amount of loot, we'd get some decent pals with hopefully some good skills that we could breed down, and then I wanted to try and get a Gangler. Come on, let me get... Oh, you bastard, let me catch it. Oh, we finally got one. Oh, it's got Pacifist. God damn it. Still, I guess, I mean, probably won't be using it for fighting. It's got level 4 watering though as well, which is really good. The time it takes for pals to bite during night fishing is reduced. Okay, well, I mean, that's going to be better than Azeroth, which does nothing at the moment. Let's hatch the Mascals out of this. Thankfully, we can make the saddle as well, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll get that bad boy made up. We can upgrade our base again, which is perfect. We can now make 3 bases, and we just need to build some lounge power beds. Perfect. We are slowly getting things done. We've got another Mascal ready to hatch. So I then went ahead and put a Mascal and Dinosan together, and that should result in a Splatterina for us. All we had to do now was wait. I then took a look at the Gloopy that we captured as well that had Demon God on it, and I actually discovered that it had a really good partner skill. So I decided to add a Gloopy into the team as it would help us with fishing, and we were doing a butt ton of that anyway. So I decided to get rid of Azeroth and test out Gangler's new speed, and he was very impressive. Now, I then made my way out to one of the habitat islands, as it did say that there was a Walaska Ignis potentially out here. So I got to work at trying to fish up this area because I really wanted a Walaska. I was trying my luck, but thankfully I did find Gangler Ignises out here instead, which thankfully we actually wanted as well because they have really good kindling and they also have the added bonus of having really good water. So these guys were really good for the base. Now, I also came into contact with Sakurajima Island before returning back to the base to hatch my first Splatterina. We now had a handicraft pal with 4, which meant we were going to be building and making things so much faster. These skills aren't really... I'm not that worried about. She's pretty badass. I kind of want her in the party. After I discovered the location of the Gangler Ignises, I then went back out there to fish up a bunch of these guys, as I was going to mainly use these guys for all the cooking and watering, when I finally caught a Walaska Ignis. The big man himself. I wasn't expecting him to be that tiny little fish, to be completely honest, but I am very happy we finally have a Walaska. It's the Ignis, but it's a Walaska. Can I make it? Oh, you fucking kidding me. After all of that, I can't even make its fucking saddle to use it. Well, that is very annoying. So after figuring out I needed to be level 62, I decided to put my Walaska Ignis hopes on pause, but I headed back out to the same fishing spot again as I was looking for the purple beamed one. I figured if we can't ride the Walaska Ignis now, we might as well try and get good traits on it so we can either breed it or just have it ready for when we hit level 62. Now, I wasn't also going to complain if we managed to catch a Gangler Ignis out here as well, but I started off with the smaller guys first to try my luck. Had no luck whatsoever, did not catch any of them, and I also didn't catch the purple beam. So all of that fishing was for nothing as I didn't catch any of them, which is always a great feeling. Alrighty guys, we're out here fishing and we've got 4 purple shiny nodes. We did just catch up a Surf and Terror and it actually gave us a hit resistant plus steel armor schematic. So we've already gotten some really good schematics from fishing. So we're going to continue fishing out here. We're going to see our luck, see how we go, and hopefully we can catch all these guys up. So after spending some of the night fishing, the next day I slowly began the climb up to the top of the volcano. I had gone ahead and caught myself a beacon earlier, and I had made a saddle for it. It was the only fly that we actually had, and I figured we'd go ahead and try and fight Axel. Now, at the time, I actually thought that this was going to be Phaleris that we were fighting, so I was fully geared up to fight a fire-type pal with all my water types. You can obviously see where this is going, into absolute mayhem. Thankfully, I did make it to the top of the tower, activating the fast travel point, and then it was time. I feel like Finsider, Gloopy, and Penking should be enough to deal with it. We don't have any ammo for our own weaponry, but I mean, that's not the real damage dealing. So I may have slightly forgotten that this isn't Marcus and Phaleris. I thought this was Phaleris that we were going to be fighting. It's Axel and Olserk, which, yeah, as you can see, Penking is our only main source of damage at the moment. So this was extremely underestimated, but in saying that, we are doing some pretty decent damage. I'm just trying my best here to stay alive. That's a cool move from Gloopy. So yeah, we're just doing our best here. I do kind of wish we could get somehow some recovery meds into Penking, but I obviously vastly underestimated myself here and figured we would be going up against a fire type instead of an electric type that counters all of our water types. Poor Gloopy just got fucking nuked. Oh my god, Finsider is using guns. What was that attack? He was firing guns. What the fuck? I need to know what attack that was, because that was so funny. And it looked like that's doing some serious damage. What the trigger happy? That is a crazy strong attack. That does a lot of damage. Alright, we're going to switch out to Finsider here. Hopefully he pops his guns out. There he goes. He's water type too, and that's doing that much damage to it? Okay, I don't want Finsider to die. He's going to be paramount to us defeating Axel. We've just got to be careful I don't die. This is it. Penking's going to finish him, I reckon. Unless we use Finsider to shoot him, buddy. Okay, he's not going to shoot him. Shoot him, quick. He's coming to you. What a finisher! What a little badass dude. I think he does have Demon God on him, does he? No, Lunker and Demon Body. What a badass little guy. That was such a good fight that I did not think we were going to win. So after defeating Axel and Olserk, I then returned back to the base and made myself up the PAL surgery table, where we began some work on making the perfect Splatterina. As my goal here was to make a pair of them and then obviously breed them together so that we could get an army of Splatterinas, condense them down so we would have a bunch of high handiwork Splatterinas ready to go and ready to serve my needs around the base. Alrighty, and we've made our way over to Cjthecheesedj Island. We are a little bit underleveled, but I figured we'd try and get some of these fast travel points while we were out here. As well as that, I'm looking to build a new base. We want to just try and, I think we've gone and sort of put our bases in too many baskets. In one basket, that's the word I'm looking for, in one basket. So instead of like having obviously split up bases and stuff like that for certain production, at the moment we've only really got the one base for everything, and it's not going to work in the long term. It's got some oil nodes which I don't really care for. We're not really too worried about the oil at this point in time. We just want to get a farm up and running, and I think building it up here is kind of cozy. It fits the vibe and the aesthetic. So I got to work at building my new base. Now, because I had the base limit increased, I could pretty much build up to 6 bases. So I wasn't too worried about space and everything. I did kind of want just a base for each sort of niche thing. So this one was obviously going to be our farming one. So I got to work at building this bad boy up ASAP. Alrighty, we just had a meteorite land about 130 meters away from us. Now, on Cjthecheesedj Island, normally when a meteor drops, it is sailing. So we're going to head out here. We're going to see if we can get ourselves a cheeky saline. I'm pretty sure that's what she's got. Oh, yep, there she is, level 50. Now, don't move, Penking. You will die. We have a 6% chance at the moment. Okay, I've got to be careful here because I think penking might kill her. Like that! Fuck. God damn it. He literally just vaporized her. She's fucking gone. Alright, and we've just gotten a raid on our on our brand new base. Penking, get him. You have permission to destroy. Well, that's a bit cheating. They just kind of all flash in on me and kill me. Alrighty guys, we are back, and so far I'm pretty happy with how everything is looking. We've got a cooler box up here with Cjthecheesedj just casually guarding that and sleeping. We've got a cooking pot, we've got some storage stuff, we've got our pal area just over here. There are only 9 beds, I believe, but at the moment that's all we really need. We've got a couple of gangler ignises, so they are watering everything that is here. And we've got a Patalia planting everything as well. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to head out. We're going to go see if we can catch some more Patalias. Apparently they're on an island just south of here, which I'm not entirely sure where that is, but we'll find out. Okay, we just got a bunch of new missions because we did go ahead and capture the... oh, that's why, because we've just gone ahead and skipped a whole bunch. There we go, yeah. Okay, so now we're up to the Ruler of the Sands, which is to defeat Marcus in the PIDF tower, which I need to pick up this all-purpose extract, which... Alrighty, we've just found another Patalia. It's only taken us 3 laps of the bloody island. He's hoping we can find more. I'm assuming they're one of the rare spawns, kind of like Grisbolt is over here. Motherfucker. We did also just find Elfidrian, which we haven't actually got yet. So I'm going to put Finside away because Finside will most likely one-shot Elfidrian. We'll see if we can capture it with a Hypersphere. Nice. Okay, we've got an Elfidrian. We haven't gotten one of those before. Hey, all right. Oh, we've got 2 Grisbolts coming in. We may have been spotted by the PIDF. I'm going to try and catch both of these Grisbolts here. I'm standing behind him. Whoa! I don't want him to kill them to kill him. 94%, that's easy capture. So after capturing both of those Grisbolts, I then returned back to the farm base where I was under a raid from the Brothers the Eternal Pyre. Thankfully, I did have Finside Ignis here with his guns to absolutely demolish all of these suckers. Kill them, please. Guys, I'm dying here. Hide behind the tree, hide behind the tree. Okay, we're fine. Look at all... We were fine. Look at all that loot we get. What have we got in our supply drop? Let's take a look. Oh, rocket launcher schematic too. Burden Alexa, crude oil, legendary spheres, and we got a kindling and a heat resist. That's a really good freaking supply drop. I then went ahead and made up some blueprints that I'd collected from fishing, such as a Krojiro rod, the compound bow, and a cold-resistant refined metal armor, which was all uncommon. So these are going to be our new weapons and armor. I then went to the PAL surgery table to go ahead and put Grisbolt in there, as we were going to use him as a breeder to try and get an Orsurk. Now, we were going to need Orsurk for powering our base. Now, fortunately, we hadn't built our final base, but I did throw Philanthropist on the Grisbolt to increase the output of eggs that we were going to be getting, as well as Sirius. So this should hopefully increase our chances of getting an Orsurk with the passive skills that we wanted. So I threw Grisbolt into the breeding pen alongside King Packer to try and get ourselves an Orsurk. I then spent the rest of the day heading to the Terraria dungeon and giving that my first shot. We're a little bit underleveled, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, these demon eyes and freaking blue slimes, they ain't messing around. They are doing a lot of damage to us. We've already caught one of the demon eyes. I'm going to see if we can get a couple more maybe. I don't really know. And then we'll probably try and catch some blue slimes as well. I got to save some balls for the final boss. Alrighty, we've got our first chest down here. Let's crack it open, see what we've got inside. Training manual and Excalibur schematic. And well, this run ended in disaster with me dying. So I then returned back to the base and I got our first 2 eggs. I wanted to hatch these. Now these weren't going to be Orsurk. This was just the line that was going to lead to Orsurk. But I returned back to the dungeon to retrieve my body as well as to continue with the run. I did get a very good hallowed mask schematic as well as some hallowed plate mail and another hallowed helmet as well. Alrighty, we've got one of these hearts in here. I'm not 100% sure what they do. Grants permanent HP boost upon use. No effective HP is maxed out or used on a power. Oh, so we get permanent HP boost. Cool. And 3 more life crystals. And we have medium power cell. All right, it looks like we're coming up to the final room. I think this is the final room. We'll find out in a second. Hopefully we can get some good blueprints out of this. Yep, there it is. The Eye of Cthulhu. Okay, I want to put Finsider away because it's going to kill the Eye of Cthulhu. I'm going to try and capture it before we killed it. That was bloody close. It's dying. It's on fire. It's dead. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so mad. We didn't even get the bloody thingy for killing it. Oh, we got XP. Oh, that sucks. Did I get chests? We did get chests. After all of that, it died to burn. Night Glow, Celestial Sigil, Defense Pendant. What did we get? Celestial Sigil. And we got the Night Glow schematic. Cool. I'll take that. Night Glow is an uncommon Night Glow as well, which is pretty good. Alrighty guys, we just got back from doing some fishing and we fished up this Cjthecheesedj Terra that has King of the Waves, which I haven't seen before. Now I then also went out in the middle of the night to try and get a land-based mountain, which was going to be this Pyron Noct, as I was sick of running around everywhere. Now while I was out here on the beach, I also went ahead and defeated Flare, this bounty just out here as well. So this was a super quick kill here thanks to Finsider. Alrighty, we've got the metal merchant here that we're going to trade in 100 dog coins so we can get the mysterious accessory box. That's going to allow us to equip an extra accessory, which is wonderful. That can go on for now. We could, after speaking to the dog coin trader, I then headed out to capture another Petalia. This was going to be great for our farming area as they had really good farming. I believe it had 3 points into it. So we did that and then we headed out and decided to go ahead and capture ourselves a Capriti, as this was something we were going to need to get into our line of Osurks. We did need to breed some Capritis to, I can't remember who exactly, but we will find out, and we needed them to get into Osurk. I also wanted to test out Excalibur there a little bit, just to try and smack them a little bit, but I was after a particular gender of the Capriti. Okay, now I also got a visitor to the base of a caravan leader. So we obviously wanted to add him to the crew, so I weakened him down. Let's see if we can capture him before our pals at him. However, my pals had other ideas in mind. Oh, come on. Well, he's dead. The next day I chucked Pyron Noct into the surgery table and gave it Fit as a Fiddle and Nibble to make it go a little bit faster. I then headed back out to do some fishing when I spotted a Xenoguard from a meteor drop. So obviously I needed to try and capture this guy. However, I didn't have the greatest of luck and I may have accidentally killed him in the process. Alrighty, and we're back in the Terraria dungeon. It looks like it has reset. So I ran through the Terraria dungeon, hitting up all the chests as well as the life crystals down here as well. I did also find the rainbow slimes down here and I wanted to capture one of those because why the hell not? So I did manage to catch one and then I made my way to the Eye of Cthulhu. I'm going to say having Pyron Noct to ride around definitely made this process a hell of a lot easier. So me and Finsider Ignis went ahead and defeated the Eye of Cthulhu. I had a bunch of spheres that I had brought this time around to try and capture it. It was just proving to be rather difficult in terms of capturing. There's one. There's two. Let's go. Eye of Cthulhu has been caught. What do we got? Celestial Sigil schematic. That's that already. We've already got that. And ancient tech manuals. Well, not the greatest, but it's still better than nothing, I guess. So after completing the Terraria dungeon again, I then went out and completed some bounty missions because I needed the bounty tokens so that we could exchange them for some stronger power surgery implants, I guess they're called. I think, is that what they're called? The implants from power surgery. So I took these guys back to base and decided to butcher them alongside my Splatterinas. And well, it didn't go according to plan. I didn't get any successful extra bounty tokens because I didn't have Splatterina out with me. There was also a meteor drop that fell and a Saline came alongside it, killing me. However, I did manage to return and actually capture Saline this time without killing it, which was wonderful. So after capturing Saline, I then returned back to the base to hatch a bunch of eggs that we had waiting for us. Thankfully, with Grisbolt and Capriti, we were able to breed Anubis. So we wanted Anubis once again as a miner because, well, he was probably going to be the best miner that we could get at this current stage and we needed a bunch of metal. So I hatched a bunch of Anubises and then I traded in my bounty tokens for the Artesian implant so that we could start putting that in all of our base pals. I also checked in with the pal guy and he gave me a bunch of stuff for essentially catching a bunch of pals, which was really handy. I then journeyed out to the ice biome and we found a messenger of love. At this point I was just trying to unlock more of the map. And I also had a treasure chest location out here that I figured we might as well head out here and did. So I dug up the treasure, netting myself some pretty decent blueprints. Nothing super amazing, but at the same time it was free loot, so I'm not going to complain. I then went ahead and ran the Terraria dungeon again, coming up to the Eye of Cthulhu with Finsider Ignis alongside me. At this point I was just trying to get Terra Prisma and anything really decent that we could find in these end chests. So it was just entirely that. So thankfully Finsider was able to make very quick work of the Eye of Cthulhu, which made these runs so much easier. I did get the Vortex Beta schematic and another Celestial Sigil, which he used to summon in the Moon Lord. And I also got another Celestial Sigil and another Terra Blade schematic, so nothing too crazy. I then spent the next few days going around hitting up some airdrops as well as meteorites to try and catch us some more salines, as well as get some extra technique books from the supply drops as well. I then had a Brothers of the Eternal Pyre decide to attack my base. Look at that, how rude. Nobody invited these guys, and yet they're bringing themselves upon my base. This is what you get. Eternal suffering, you losers. Don't come where you're not invited. Look at this poor guy dangling in the air. I then continued exploring the map, completing some bounties that I hadn't already completed when I stumbled across Brick. What a badass name for a big-ass dude. So I really wanted to grab this guy, so I did try capturing him. Thankfully, I was successful in capturing him, and we now had ourselves a wild brick that was added to the power box. I also managed to make it out to the Snow Island where we were finally able to get some quartz, and then I found a Mimog, and I wanted to try and use this hanging trap on it because I hadn't really had a chance to use it before. So I figured, what the hell, let's give it a shot. Oh shit, okay. I was not expecting that. Every time we find a Mimog now, that's what we're going to do. We'll see if we can capture it. Well, that's entertaining. I feel bad for the little dude. Look at him dangling there. Bruh. Cool, there we go. And so this is the reason why we needed to farm the quartz for, so that we could make circuit boards and start upgrading our base. Oh, here we go. We've got a rampaging dire howl. This is perfect because it means we can finally get a predator core, which means we can make a bag upgrade. Oh, hallelujah. How I live for the bag upgrades. Let's go. Give me that predator core, baby. I figured we'd also go ahead and just capture any pals that are wandering around near us that we haven't already caught. 12 of, just because we are looking for more XP as well. Because we're just, I mean, this is the best way to get XP is by capturing the pals. And so I decided to catch a bunch of Totokos before making my way to the Anubis boss. We've got Anubis here. We're going to go ahead and use Finsider to hopefully deal with him. We'll see what happens. I don't really care if we capture him or not, but I figured we might as well try. There we go. Nice. And it looks like we've got a base just out here as well. So we're going to go ahead and run this because I feel like it should be easy enough. Mine is me dying. That wasn't part of the plan. That was definitely not part of the plan. And I don't think I got a fast travel point out here anywhere nearby. All right, here we go. This looks like a pretty big place, but Finsider, I think, is up to the task of absolutely annihilating everyone with his own weaponry. Okay, well, welcome to the crew, Totoko. Look at these guys, unaware of this situation. Oh, that wasn't as scary as I thought it was. All right, let's see what we get out of the chest. Hopefully something good. Sapphire, training manual. We got a high-grade tech manual and a wooden barricade, so I'll take that. That's not too bad. We're going to come down here and deal with the Yormantide, who's just in front of us, because why the hell not? What do we want to use? Let's go Fish Cider again. I just love using this guy. Look at the damage with the guns. It's so satisfying. Easy, let's go. I then went ahead and tried to take on Grill, another bounty. We're going to try and capture him too, because why not? He looks pretty badass. Fuck, alright, never mind, Finsider had other ideas. Alrighty, we've got another base here that we're just going to quickly run through. We should be fine. No, oddly enough, there was no actual, like, base chest as far as I could tell, unless there's something inside that I've missed. Oh, I missed a door. Lamball's free, and we've got another chest here, so let's see what we get out of this. Okay, so we got the Rain Syndicate Dragon, the Rain Syndicate flag schematic, which, I mean, is cool. It's another blueprint, so I'll take it. I then went ahead and killed some of the alpha pals that I hadn't killed in the area during the night, such as Beacon, Relaxosaurus Lux. I did try to capture some of them, however, Phinsider did have other plans in mind. I also completed another base, netting myself another treasure map, as well as a Rain Syndicate flag, and then I found another bounty which we killed and captured very quickly, and then I headed out to once again another structure that we had found. Now, I was mapping these all on my map, so I did have these locations to return to at a later date. And then I found Fanglope as well, who I briskly caught as well. And then another supply drop out in the desert, netting me some extra stat boosting potions. And then I found a location at the top of the mountain. This was actually the quest location of the guy that we needed to return his pal to. So we came up here with our guys and briskly killed the Syndicate Crusher in order to retrieve the dude's pal that had been stolen from him. Now, this was going to net us a completed mission, and I was actually kind of considering of setting a base up here as we had a butt ton of coal nodes that were pretty much in the area. So that's exactly what I did, chucking a bunch of Anubises out here into the area, and then I also just left them up there to farm up all the coal. I returned the dude's pal back to him, completing the mission, getting some all-purpose pal extract and some high-quality recovery meds, and then I headed back to the treasure location that we had found on the treasure map that we had found from the base, getting myself a handgun schematic and low-quality recovery meds. I then returned back to the Tides of Terraria dungeon, netting myself a Hallowed Mask schematic 3. We finally got the Terra Prisma schematic. That's what we wanted, but it's only common, so that's a shame, but hopefully we can get something else. Let's see what we get out of this chest. Another Terra Prisma schematic. Could have been a little bit higher, but that's fine. We'll take it for what it is. Alrighty, we've just built the electric furnace, which means we can now start making pal metal ingots. So we're going to need pal metal ingots for a couple of schematics, mainly the Terra Prisma schematic, which is the main reason why I actually went ahead to do this. Let's go ahead and crack open these eggs as well. Philanthropist and Sirius is actually really good because we can swap out for Artesian. We got a Raindrix, and what's in the final ice egg? A Reptoro Crisp. Nice, we'll take that. So this coal camp is doing rather well. We have a lot of coal coming in from the Anubises mining it, which, I mean, we got the coal mine back at the base, but this is nice just to have for these guys to just destroy absolutely all the coal in the area. Look at that, we already got 1,000 coal. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and spend the rest of the day building a new base out here. We're going to be building ourselves a ranching base so that we can go ahead and start ranching pals, because we may have forgotten to do that and we're running out of materials. Alrighty guys, we are back and we have our new ranch base up and running. It is, I mean, I think it looks pretty nice, to be honest. So we've got our two ranches on either side of the base here. As you can see, there's one ranch there, one ranch over there. We have an Eye of Cthulhu transporting everything for us. These guys are producing very well, so this is our little area for our pals as well. We've got a nice little bar, got some storage here where some of our resources are getting put into thanks to the Eye of Cthulhu. I then returned back to the farming base where I was notified of a meteorite dropping down, and lo and behold, it was a saline. So I just had to catch up. I'm going to see if we can capture it. But I didn't realize my health was so low. Phinsider, are you going first, big guy? I gotta be careful. I got no fucking shield or health for that matter. I'm waiting for the water guns to come out. What is hitting me? Oh, we've pissed off the Krogeros. Doesn't matter, we caught the saline, I'll take it. Nice. Alrighty, we're at a Syndicate base over here. We're going to go ahead. Everyone should be asleep. It is nighttime, so I'm wondering if we could just jump in here and... Whoa! I was not expecting that to open like that. That is for sure. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, we got a menacing here. Oh my god. It is all going down. I am in a pit. I found the chest. Found the chest. I'm stuck in here. Oh. Insider, can you come out and help, please, buddy? Alrighty, we're just gonna chill here for a second. We're gonna let our swords do the damage because it looks like they are absolutely fucking wrecking everything. So we got a treasure map, I believe. There we go, and we got a ancient tech manual. Cool, and a kinship peach from this chest, which is pretty cool. These swords have a damn mind of their own. Look at them go. They're fucking crazy. Oh, we found them. Aloha. We can capture you guys. What's our percentage for chance? Not very good. Oh god, I kind of felt bad and then my sword started going off. I just wanted to see what they drop and if I can capture any of them. Okay, looks like we got one. Red berries and tomato seeds. Okay. We have lots of coal out here, which is freaking wonderful. Although all our Anubises are now dead and incapacitated, so that's not that fun. Although I could say they've definitely done their jobs out here. We're gonna put them away and let them get a little bit of rest, just a little, not a lot, just a little. Gotta keep the work standards high. Okay, here we go. Let's put the sword to the test. We're gonna come up here. Let's see if it deals with these guys in this base. I mean, so far it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Let's go. Let's just jump in here, grab the chest, get the hell out. Ooh, there's a treasure map. I want the treasure map. Okay, we got it. Let's get out of here. Do we want to free this Cjthecheesedj? Let's free this Cjthecheesedj. We should have time. Oh shit. No, we don't. Climb. God damn it. Okay, we're fine. Ooh, that was close. Give me something good. Cold resistant pal metal armor schematic, high quality meds, and applied lumbering tech. Alright, here we go. Let's dig up the purple treasure spot, see what we get. I'm very hopeful and excited to find something really good. What did we get? Cold resistant plus steel, advanced recovery meds, and stout fruit. Plus, we got a achievement. So after digging up all the treasure, I then returned to the base in the morning and placed down our new production assembly line so we could get that up and running, as this was bottlenecking us from progressing further. Thankfully, we had a bunch of resources from all the gathering going on, so I then went ahead and made myself up some PAL metal tools as well as the new shield that I was going to need. Thank God, I could also make the advanced fishing rod as well as a bunch of new bait as well, which made me very happy. I just needed a butt ton of Paldium fragments, so I queued those up in the crusher and I begun work on getting everything made up with our new workbench. So after making myself my new shield as well as my new tools, I then headed out to fight Marcus and Phaleris. Now, this was a very easy fight considering we had Finsider, plus a lot of our pals were water types. So we were pretty sweet for this fight. I wasn't really all that worried about it. I just had to make sure I survived. But looking back at this now, Finsider was actually overtuned, and about a few more days into this video, he does actually get nerfed by the devs of Palworld because his damage was actually not supposed to be doing that much damage. I still think we could have defeated these guys though, even without Finsider. And just like that, Marcus and Phaleris are dead, mainly thanks to Finsider. He just absolutely demolished him. Alrighty, we've just found a genetic research laboratory with level 60 fellas in it. So we're a little bit underleveled. I'm gonna see how we go. And they've all got boss things on them, so I'm a little scared, but I've also first got to find the entrance into this big scary building, which I'm assuming is just here. Oh shit, they got Xeno guards. There's a chest there. Okay, we've got a chest there. I do love when they can't get through. They can't figure out how to open a door. It's so entertaining. Oh shit. Alright, let's see if we can find the... There goes Gangler. There's a Xenovator. Let's grab the Xenovator. We haven't got one. Oh, Jesus. Alright. We got that. Let's get out of here. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty cool base. Looks like there's another entrance up here. Oh, grenade launcher schematic. I kind of want that. Alright, let's go get that grenade launcher schematic. We're going to die, but that's fine if we can get out. That's cool. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff there. We got it looked like a gold treasure map, so hopefully that takes us to a really good blueprint. Okay, you guys have fun in that base. We're just going to hang out here. I don't think they can get me. I love that. That's so funny. Oh, they're all oh, Jesus. Okay, I stand corrected. They definitely got me there. Jesus. Alrighty, we've just found a rampaging loopmon, so we're going to go over there and take that out. And the base has changed, so I'm curious to find out whether or not the chests have changed as well. So we're going to head in there and see how we go. But let's deal with this loopmon Christ first. Giant power soul. 6 predator cores. Let's go. That's massive. That means we can make the next pouch, I believe. Oh, this is a sick looking base. Look at that. This is really cool. We've got all these incubators and stuff. I don't know if you can destroy them. No, probably not. So after exploring the new PAL genetic laboratories, I actually then found a spot with a huge amount of quartz here. So you can bet your sweet cheeks you know what I did. We set up a temporary base here filled with Anubises so that they could mine all of this quartz, transport it into chests, and we could ferry it back to the base. We also headed back to the base and made ourselves up the medium pouch with the new predator cores that we got from the loopmon, and I queued up a bunch of circuit boards. I was slowly increasing my inventory space, which was wonderful because I was running out of space everywhere else. I then headed over to Victor and Shadowbeak to try my luck at defeating these guys. We have a secret weapon. That secret weapon is Finsider Ignis. Oh shit, Finsider's getting destroyed. And of course we've got the broken Terra Prisma equipped, because why would we have the proper one equipped for? There we go. Alright, now let's see how this goes. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking entertaining. Watching it just take absolutely all this damage from swords. I want Finsider to finish him off with the guns. Please, Finsider. Kill him with the guns, buddy. Easy. Oh, shit. That was funny. That was very funny. I was not expecting Terra Prisma to do that much damage. And with that, we managed to hit level 51. Level 51, even better, which means we can now get into oil. We now have the Japanese style structure set. We have the pure quartz mine, as well as the level 3 lockpicking tool, which is perfect. All right, and we've made our way over to Faybreak Island. We haven't found a teleporter yet, so we haven't really landed over there yet. But I just wanted to do a little spot efficient while we were out here, see if we could catch some more ghastly Ignises, Gangler Ignises, sorry, so that we can chuck them into some cooking and watering, because they are very good for both of those things. There we go. Perfect. Just what we were after. After Faybreak Island, I then dug up a treasure chest before returning back to the base to sort things out again. Alrighty guys, it is finally time for us to sort out our main base and get this stuff going, because otherwise we're not going to have a main base. This stuff is kind of just everywhere. We're running out of storage, we're running out of areas where we can put our blueprints and stuff like that. We also have a bunch of eggs ready to go. These should all be Orcircs. If I am thinking correctly, these should definitely be Orcircs. We're going to chuck them all in. We've got an hour. I'm honestly going to just probably change the incubation speed to instantly, to be honest. We also spent some time capturing a bunch of gloopies so that we can use them to actually fish up easier because of their power skill. Now, I did want to set up a base in this location just here, but I don't think that's going to work anymore, mainly because we're not going to have any oil supply over here. I then scouted out new base locations over on Sakurajima Island when I found another stronghold with a shroomer that I needed to have in my team. However, it ended in disaster because these guys were ridiculously strong and they had paralyzing arrows that killed me. I don't care. We got some stuff from them. That looks like a different Yukumo. No, it's the same one. Sorry for intruding, fellas. I am going to leave. That is a bad idea for me. Then work began on the new base. Now, I did take inspiration from another YouTuber in terms of base building, and that YouTuber is called Crimson Builds. So feel free to check out their channel for a bunch of build guides for Palworld and other games. I just used it as inspiration and a template to sort of get a base up and running, because I do struggle a little bit with base design that was something nice that I wanted. So we went ahead and started building all of this stuff. It was a hell of a journey, but I wanted to wait until we got these Japanese styled structures so that we could build it without having to replace stuff later down the line. Oh god, they're going to destroy the base. Oh, look at them all. I just wanted to see what their damn thing was. That's all I wanted. Just to see what their little planting shit was. And instead they decided to go at a full out freaking war. Can I help you, ma'am? Can you excuse me? Get out of here, please. Quick little break to check the expedition and the eggs. Let's see what we got. Yes! Ancient civilization cores, that's what we need. And we've got a bunch of eggs here ready to hatch, which should all be Allcircs, Philanthropist, Serious, Burly Body, not bad, and Dainty Eater. Pretty good ones to have. Looks like the neighbors already hate me. Oh my god, they are destroying the base. Can you fuckers not? Well, you're definitely going to set up some turrets out here because... these guys are just going to haunt me in my nightmares. So we definitely need to get things set up out here. Some defenses because we're going to have some regular visitors by the looks of things. Oh yeah, we got the final stage of the bait, which is wonderful. Increases the number of items obtained from fishing. Oh, and we got the large pouch. We just need to find some more predator powers and get some more predator cores. Alrighty, so this is what we've currently got up and running at the moment. Still a work in progress. We've got our... oh, for fuck's sake. I need to build some... Are you fucking serious, guys? Can you not attack my base, please? I literally just threw these guys out. Are you kidding me? Cool, so before I was rudely interrupted and my pals were murdered and my base destroyed, this is what we're looking at the moment. So after dealing with the intruders, I finally brought my new Allcircs over into a power surgery table to get them set up for power generation, as we were going to use them to power our big generator, which was going to power the whole base, and we needed a lot of power. So I gave these guys Nocturnal. They already had Sirius on them, and then I also gave them Artesian as well to help out. So I got those guys set up, and then I spent the next few days running the meteors that fell, as well as supply drops too, just to get a bunch of extra loot, as well as trying to capture any extra salines that we came across, just because I really liked them as pals. I thought they were really cool, and I just kind of wanted to add them to the power box. So after going around collecting all the supply drops and meteorites, I then brought some splatterinas to the surgery table, as I was going to breed these guys and hopefully get an army of splatterinas that had really good work-based traits. So I altered them to have Artesian, Positive Thinker, and then I took them back to the other base to get them breeding with the bunch of cakes that we had made up. So I constantly had my Blaze Howl Noct just cooking up cakes any chance he had. So we did have quite a lot of cakes here. This base was still standing. I did need to slowly bring everything over from this base into our new base. So it was just going to take a little bit of time. But I did venture back out to the island where I found the Brelohas, and I wanted to capture some of these guys to A, condense them down so that we could potentially increase the amount of breeding time, and B, these guys were just really good farmers. I also spent some time fishing here on this island, catching a Serpent Terror and with Diamond Body and Lunker, which was really good. And then I returned back to base to hatch our first lot of Splatterina eggs that were coming out. To say I was disappointed is an understatement. These guys did not have any of the stuff that we were hoping for, which is extremely unfortunate. I then went ahead and headed back out to the starting area, as I figured I would probably need a Yakumo at some point. Yes, this is slightly in reverse to how you should do it, but I began catching a bunch of Lambors to try and hopefully breed up with a Nightwing so that we could get a Yakumo. We needed to get a couple of good Lambors, some with Serenity and stuff like that, so it was a decent-ish start, but this was going to take a couple of nights. I also caught the Mamorest that was located down at the bottom of that area. And the next morning I managed to find a lucky Chickapai. Unfortunately it wasn't a lucky Lamball, but I continued capturing them nonetheless. and then I headed back to the base to operate on some of our new pals that we had gotten. It now has Nocturnal, Sirius, and Artesian, so he is going to do that, and we shouldn't really see too many issues, to be completely honest with him. Alrighty guys, we've been a little bit busy. We've just gone ahead and bred up some Yakumos. So now we have a Yakumo with Philanthropist, Ferocious, and Serenity in the team. I also condensed some Gloopies and some Jellyettes so we can go out and do some fishing, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to fast travel out to here because we did get that out there. Finally! The elusive Walaska is ours! Oh my god, 32 Corallimore. It only took us freaking 70 days to catch one. It's a miracle. We're gonna see if we can get one with the full loadout. I should probably throw Yakumo out too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I do want a Walaska in the team. We do have some waters already. Oh, Munchel, why do you have to disappoint for? You're not what I wanted. Alrighty, and it looks like we've found the island with, what's his face? Neptulus? Neptulus. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to capture ourselves, hopefully capture ourselves in Neptulus. We've also got a Walaska out here, which, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of tempted to try and get him. Oh god, I don't even know if Finside is up to the task. Never mind, he pulled out the water guns and it was game over for Neptulus. Ooh. I don't want Finsider to die though. Or me for that matter. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Ah! This guy's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. Finsider's doing some damage with his water guns. We're going to do that. We're going to send out replacements. They're not going to do much. 2% chance to catch him. Got a bunch of legendary spheres. We just need to get hopefully one shake. Oh. Oh. We got him. Let's go. We'll take that. Oh, I didn't throw out fucking Yakumo. Let's go. What did he get? Insulated body and King of the Waves. I don't know what King of the Waves is, but we're going to head back to base and find out. Oh, look, there's one swimming over there. I can't even make Neptulus's bloody saddle. We need level 63. That's annoying. God damn it. Alrighty, here is our wonderful Neptulus. So it does have Lunka and Legend, which all increases its attack and movement speed and ice attack and defense, which is really good. There it is. Let's make the saddle for our big boy. All right, here we go. The moment we have been waiting for. Oh, yes. Look at this boy. Look at this unit. Is he an alpha? No, he's not an alpha. Still, we got King of the Waves on him. If we can get like an alpha one with really good stuff as well, which I'm hoping is what we're going to find right here, we can potentially breed them and get those really good skills condensed down onto one Walaska. Look at this big dude. How could you not love him? I then found more fishing spots at the back of the island with all of the purple beams, which was going to net us some pretty good pals if we could catch them. Thankfully, I managed to capture some of them with an Azarobe Christ, a Munchuk having Lunker and Vampiric. I didn't catch the other two, unfortunately, so I did return back to base at that point. I did head back out to the breeding base, as I did have some Gangler Ignises out here, as I did want to condense them down, and some Splatterinas, collecting all of the eggs and hatching these suckers up. And I got some decent ones. Majority of them weren't that great, though. I then decided to test out Terra Prisma and Night Glow together, and they did a lot of damage. And we were pretty much invincible for the entirety of it, as there was a single wall blocking us from the bad dudes, which was going to be amazing. Oh, it's already killed all the dudes at the top here. All right, let's grab this chest. Festival Lantern, which we already had. Blaze Armor Reed. We got a Kinship Peach, which I'll take. I then left the area.
We try and survive.
Hopefully,
they've got
base.
the bloody
However,
arrows.
because I didn't free the pal from the cage, I
this
figured
is
it
scary.
would necessarily respawn.
We got
and
acid
could get more
rain
loot.
coming down on us.
I was
Just-
very
okay,
wrong,
we got
and
hit
I
by the
ended up
paralyzed.
dying
It's
in
over.
the
We're
process
done.
because of
Dead.
that. Take cover.
Oh god.
Well, that went well. I'm hoping Walaska can body block for us a little bit. Oh, we found the entrance. Oh god, I regret my decision coming in here. This must be like their main base. Oh! Fuck. So after retrieving my body, I then figured it was time to take on Saline. So we headed into the tower and decided to give it our best shot. I did have Terra Prisma with me, as well as Night Glow, so I figured we should be alright to defeat Saya and Saline. We did also have Finsider, however Finsider had been nerfed. This was after the update, so he wasn't going to do as much damage as we were used to, but I was still hoping he was going to carry us through this. I mean, Terra Prisma is just destroying her. Okay, I think that's all our Terra Prismas. Let's just pop Night Glow now. She killed Jakuma, I'm not worried about it. Honestly, if we can stay alive, we'll be fine. Whoa! That was close, I'm not gonna lie. That was a little scary. What the fuck? Solid first attempt. Oh shit, okay. So it turns out having 2 Terra Prismas in your inventory counts as one singular item, so they both were taking durability loss, which I did not realize. Might have to rethink our strategy a little bit. We were doing a lot of damage though. I don't think we're ready for Saline yet. Let's just give it a little beat. So after losing twice against Saline, I then decided to head back to breeding, and I was finally getting Gangler Ignises that I wanted. So I brought them over into the main base, and these guys were going to be our main producers of anything we needed, fire or water-wise. They were going to be super handy on the stove as well as down on the forge as well. We're going to be able to do some mad cooking with our new Gangler Ignises, and I was really happy to have them part of the crew now. Alright, here we go. Nocklum is down here. We're going to go ahead and see if we can beat him, and mainly because I just want him for his mining ability. He's going to be much better than the Anubises, I reckon. So let's see how we go. Finsider should do a butt ton of damage to him with his gun attack. Okay, Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see how we go. Hopefully we can get the Workaholic on him. And Philanthropist. Nice, that was easy. After capturing Nocklum, I then returned back to the breeding base to change some things around. Alright, we've just made some changes. We've gone ahead and put some Brololas together, and then we've also gone ahead and put some Finsider Ignises together. Main reason being because Brolola we can condense down into a God tier 1 and allow that to condense, and then we can use its extra like breeding bonus to obviously help up our breeding. Finsider Ignis we've got as well. Hey look, finally a decent Splatterina. I don't know why I bred these guys for so long. I literally just need them for their handiwork. They're really not that great. I don't know, I shouldn't have been wasting all these cakes on them. After making those changes at the breeding base, I then headed out to do some fishing, and I spent pretty much most of the night out there, and I got a butt ton of loot from doing so. So I got a bunch of blueprints, I got a bunch of technique books as well, so we could use those on our pals. We got a heap of money and coralum ore that we could sell things for, so I was really happy with the night worths of fishing. The next morning, I decided to make up some new armor for myself with some of the blueprints that we had found from fishing. So I decided to make up the cold resistant plus steel armor. And I was also going to go ahead and make up a bunch of the raid boss tablets, because we had a bunch of the fragments, and I figured it was finally time we go about trying to tackle these guys. We did need the ancient civilization cores that they dropped as well. And I then headed out to the food base as I realized I had run out of food at my main base. Thankfully, I had a butt ton of ingredients out here, so I could grab all of these, chuck them in the guild chest, and take them back to the main base, where our Gangler Ignises would be able to cook up all the delicious food and minestrone we could possibly want. I also found a lucky shroomer while we were out here, so I figured, you know what, why not? Let's give it a shot. It was 10 levels higher than us, but I figured we could potentially try and capture it. I do like shroomer's effect that it provides to the base pal, so I figured we could try our luck in capturing it. Yep, let's go. Awesome, we'll take it. Thank you very much. Alrighty, and our armor is complete. Let's make ourselves a helmet as well. Look at that, looking schmick. Now, since I had gotten Finsider's Trust up to level 9, which I had only just discovered, I decided to condense him down before deciding to fight Bellanoir Libero. Now, I did have some Finsider Ignises available to me. I hadn't been breeding these guys, so I didn't really have that many of them, but it was enough to get the basic condensing down and done. So I headed out to a new location where I set up a raid base. Now, the first one we were going to face was Bellanoir. I had no idea how well it was going to go, but I had a bunch of pals at the ready, so I figured we'd be able to handle this. It was only going to be a level 35 raid, So I figured we should be okay, but I could stand corrected and we could get absolutely demolished. But nonetheless, it was time to find out how we were going to go against her. Push this out. In saying that, she is putting up more of a fight than I anticipated. Oh, here we go. Finsider's gun attacks coming into play. Although I don't think he actually hit all of them. I'm really hoping we get some ancient Civ parts from her. Civ cores, sorry. So that we can start making some of the high-end gear stuff. Because at the moment, the only way we're getting them is through expeditions. Although she's kind of just stun-locked at the moment. Look at the size of that Walaska. That makes me so happy. Oh shit, we're taking damage. We're going to just use you all again. Doesn't look like you've taken any damage. Perfect. Dark Egg, Ruby, and we got a call. Sweet. So after such a concise victory against Belanoir, I then decided to run it back again, as I was going to need a bunch of these ancient civilization cores. I was a little worried because my pals were asleep. They weren't going to get up and fight. Thankfully, they fixed that. Perfect, another Civ core, which is wonderful. I then ran the Belanoir raids back-to-back twice, getting 2 more ancient civilization cores. I then was like, do we want to push it for the Belanoir Libero, the upgraded version? It did have a higher level cap, but I thought we would be able to do it, so I figured, why the hell not? We've got the slab, let's give it a shot. Don't think we're going to be as well off against this one, but we'll see what happens. Feel like we might struggle a little bit with her. Saying that, the damage is coming out. It's just probably not going to be as quick. I'm not seeing any damage onto our pals yet, but a lot of them are starving. Oh shit. Oh, what am I doing standing here? I got freaking Terra Prisma. Okay, we're losing some guys. Guessing it's just because she got some attacks off. Oh, I forgot that she healed at half HP. Well, that's annoying, but I mean, Finsider now should be able to deal a bit more damage with his fire attacks, which is good, but we are kind of running out of powers now. We're just chucking in whatever we got. Whatever we got. We got 5 minutes left, which, I mean, that should be enough time to finish her. I'm not too worried about it. In saying that, I am kind of running out of powers. That'll actually do any damage to her. Okay, cool. Cool. We did it. I will say, in considering we definitely did not prepare for this whatsoever, like, it was just off our wild powers that we had pretty much caught, I am pleasantly surprised with how well that went. So after defeating the Belanoirs, I finally had enough ancient civilization cores to make what I needed. The large incubator. Oh, this was going to be so much nicer for hatching all of these eggs that we were making, because we could transition from the single incubators to having 10 eggs in this incubator and them hatching, and it giving us a rundown of what the eggs have and what we've hatched, which is going to be so glorious. Look at that. Oh, how good is that? Love to see it. That makes me so happy. It was then finally time to condense more Finsider Ignises into my main one. We didn't really have a crazy amount of them yet, but I had started working on breeding them up so that we could potentially get this guy maxed. I also started pumping some souls into him as well, as we had collected quite a lot of these over the 100-day period, and we were just going to buff the crap out of this guy. Yes, he had his gun attack nerfed, but he was still a powerful little dude with the Lunker and Diamond body. Plus, I could slot in some extra abilities into him later down the line. So, we had already gotten him to 1,000 attack, which was incredible. I then found the arena and found some more implants out here. So I decided, well, let's just slam out the arena and get the attack type implant done so we could get that out of the way. So I headed out there, not knowing that there was an arena out here to begin with. I was pleasantly surprised by this, and I was actually kind of surprised at how cool and, like, functional this was. It'd be great for multiplayer battles, which, I mean, I didn't really have a chance to try out, but against the NPCs, it was pretty cool. Although I did kind of nuke them in the first sort of stages. We have made it to platinum. I'm not going to bother with diamond just yet. Oh, we could repeat that for more stuff. That's cool. But I think we have enough tickets to exchange for the Serenity implant. 50 exactly. We definitely want that. Let's buy that. Perfect. All right, cool. Happily take that off his hands. It's going to be great for our Finsider. Perfect. All right, let's put Serenity in on Earthquake Resistance. And we're going to probably... What else have we got? Workaholic. No, we don't care for Workaholic. Ferocious? We'll give it Ferocious. It's no Demon God or anything like that, but that's still a decent amount of damage. And alrighty, guys. So we've gone ahead and started breeding a Masanda and a Bella Noir Libera. And you're probably wondering, well, CJ, what kind of combination is that making? Well, you're about to find out. Our dragon type that we are after this time around is a Sylvagus. So yes, it may have Siren of the Void. We don't really care too much about that, but we are going to go for the Serenity and Diamond Body, which the new Masanda that we now have in there breeding with her will hopefully give. So we're still... Oh, yes. Yes. That is what we want. Lunka, Siren of the Void. We did want Serenity, but we can always put that on. Oh, this is the alpha. Come on, look how badass this looks. He's huge. Oh, it's so tempting. So the next few days had pretty much been purely breeding. We had the Brelohas increasing the breeding rate, as well as Philanthropist on the Walaska, and I finally had enough Walaskas to start condensing down our main one. I'd managed to get our main one as well, which had Serenity, Lunka, and Siren of the Void. So I started condensing down all our Walaskas, and I was only 10 short for fully condensed Walaska. I also went ahead and put some Power Souls into it as well, so we could boost its stats a little bit more. The only thing we were lacking was the Trust department, but we would get there eventually. Now, obviously, I had to keep the cake production going, so thankfully my Finsider Ignises were able to help with that. And then I finally got a decent Brelola. Now, I did want to have this guy in my party as well, just because he's a super cool pal and I really like him. So we did get pretty lucky. He did have Demon God and Musclehead, so from that we could work our way down or up and get those condensed into one Brelola by itself. It was just going to take a little bit of time because breeding takes quite a while in this game. And we now have a fully condensed down Walaska. I did not realize that they could reach level 5 ability things, because we did use a book on one of our guys that had level 4 things and it didn't go up to level 5. I then went ahead and fought Saya and Saline again using our fully condensed Finsider Ignis as well as Walaska. This time around we were much more successful than the first 2 attempts, managing to defeat her, I wouldn't say in record time, but defeating her pretty damn quickly if I say so myself. Gloopy, attack please! Oh my god, not those little basic attacks. Use your proper attack. Alright, and she's dead. Woo! Alrighty guys, we have been super busy breeding up a bunch of stuff. We've come up with some different combinations, which is good. As you can see here, we've got a Brelola that now has Demon God and Legend on it. It's got terrible IVs, but we now have that going for ourselves, which is pretty good. That's about it, really. So after spending some more days breeding up, I finally had enough Brelohas to condense down almost to a fully condensed one. This Breloha had Demon God, Vanguard, and Musclehead. However, I was going to swap those out with Serenity and Ferocious. And then I went ahead and started condensing down my Sylvagus as well. Main reason why I wanted to get these guys done earlier rather than later is because of the Trust aspect. That adds a huge amount of extra stats. Thankfully, I was able to condense the Sylvagus down completely with Diamond Body, Legend, and Demon God. So we had pretty good IVs on it as well. I then headed out to the Terraria dungeon because I was still looking for higher ranked Terra Prisma and Night Glow schematics. And they had updated the game so that you had a higher chance of them dropping at the end of the dungeon. So I obviously went out there and ran that a few times to see how we would fare. Obviously, we would destroy everything inside of it, but I wanted the schematics. Look at him go! I should have changed the trades, but that's fine. Oh yeah, they're definitely been nerfed. But I mean, it hasn't been too crazy of a nerf, I don't think. It looked like it was probably about triple the amount of damage it was supposed to be doing, maybe quadruple. Let's see what we get. Terra Blade Schematic 4. Shit. All right. Celestial Sigil, Celestial Sigil. So we just got a legendary. Oh, you need Predator Calls for the legendary stuff. That's going to be annoying to track down. I then went ahead and took on the Moonlord raid boss as well. I had gotten plenty of the Celestial Sigils. It was a really tough fight because obviously you need to focus on his little eyeballs that he has on his hands and his forehead, and then you can attack his chest. Once you get to that part, it's a lot easier, but destroying those eyeballs is rather difficult. So I went through quite a lot of my pals to get to this stage, and thankfully I was able to defeat him. But we've killed the Moonlord. We got legendary Meowmere. We got a Celestial Sigil. Oh, the master version, which I don't think we're up to par versing yet. I then made my way out grabbing some Hexalite quartz so we can take collecting some haze. We just need to find now I needed this in order to make the metal detector so I could find the chromite. Once we do that, we can then go ahead try and track down a smoke. As this was going to be the next tier of resources we were going to need to make our gear. But there's our metal detector. Alright, let's give Meowmere a tester here on these Faebreak warriors. Okay, we are getting absolutely shredded by these guys. And Meowmere is not doing nearly as much damage as I thought it would. Although it is kind of stun locking them a little bit. And if you get the headshots, it does hurt. I guess in like a close confined area, this would probably work a lot better. We're going to call for some assistance here. So after testing out Meowmere, I then went ahead making my way around Faebreak Island, killing some of the alpha powers that were located around here, as I was going to need to defeat them in order to fight Bjorn. I also managed to get the fast travel point out the front of Faebreak Tower, as I was pretty much already in the area out here. I then did another Tides of Terraria dungeon, and I actually got a Terra Prisma 3 and a Night Glow 3, which I was really happy about, and I got those made up straight away. I then headed out to try and deal with this Walaska Ignis, using my own Walaska to try and defeat him as well. Now would also probably be a good time to test out our new Terra Prisma, so let's get that out. Let's see how we go. I feel like that's a solid amount of damage, considering we only fired 3 swords out. How does our new Night Glow go? I continued exploring Faebreak Island, unlocking a chromite node, and then finding another pal trainer out here. Okay, well, let's just kill this lady. Bralola just straight up one-shot her. Now, I also wanted to try and capture a Smoky so we could ditch the metal detector, and these guys increase the amount of chromite we get anyway. Thankfully, I was able to capture one, so I was one step closer to getting a ton of chromite that I could find in dungeons. I continued my hunt for the Alpha Pals, defeating Fangalope Lux, and then finding Phaleris Aqua and defeating Phaleris Aqua as well. Safe to say, Bralola was absolutely destroying these guys. I'll take it. So after farming some chromite as well as plasteel from my oil generators, I finally had enough to make the gigantic furnace, which meant that I could now finally make some hexalite, which is what we were going to need to progress even further. So I got the gigantic furnace made up, I dropped off some stuff, and then I queued up a bunch of hexalite. Now granted, I could only make 30 of it because the hexalite quartz just absolutely gets obliterated. You have to constantly farm the hexalite quartz. It's so annoying. But thankfully I was sending out expeditions and they had been updated now. So instead of reducing the amount of time it took to complete the expedition, you actually got increased amounts of rewards, which was actually really big and really handy to have. So we continued to send out expeditions, and then we finally brought out our Silvergus, who we decided to take for a little bit of a test run. And it was very entertaining to use, I'm not going to lie. This shield attack, you could pretty much just run through stuff and deal damage. It was glorious. I then returned back to Faebreak Island, dealing with the Alpha Loopmon as well as the Alpha Silvergus that was hidden in a cave. Now, inside of this cave, we did also discover some chromite nodes, which we hastily gathered and took back to the base. However, we were quite heavy. Alrighty, cool. We've just finished a hexalite quartz run. We've got 600 of it, so not bad. I think that'll make us about 60 hexalite bars, I think. Let's get back to base, get that cooking with our ganglers, and make some more stuff. Alrighty, we've just found our first dungeon. Let's head in. Hopefully we can get some chromite. Alrighty, this is the space we are looking for. This should be where we can get a bunch of Corallamore. Oh, Smokey's just a little bit preoccupied. Don't mind me, Smokey. You just keep doing... Oh god, this stuff fills us up really quick. Oh, it's the end of the dungeon already, and it's an Amaskal. Well, let's finish him out. Hexalite Quartz, if anything, is the stuff that we need more of. Plasma Cannon and Plasteel Armor Schematic, as well as some Blaze Armor Ryu. After completing the dungeon, I then dealt with the Alpha Starion that was out here. That was a piece of cake. I also headed back to base, crafting up some more Hexalite, going through all of my Hexalite Quartz, and then I went out to capture another Neptulus in the dungeon. I figured, why not? We're going to use these guys hopefully sometime soon, so why not go out and capture some more? That was the plan, until he got stuck in the ceiling and I had to kill him. Just gonna have to die. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't get any of his loot. Who the hell is this random dude up here? Rock-obsessed researcher. Hello, old sir. How much does he want? He wants us to collect 5 chromite for him for a mining book and 300 XP. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I don't have Smokey with me because we were in the middle of leveling up all our other Silvergusses just for raid purposes, but we're finally getting the final fast travel point on Faybreak Island. At least I think it's the final fast travel point. After unlocking the final fast travel point, I then went ahead killing more of the alphas located on Faybreak Island, starting with Azure Main, heading over to Splatterina, and then going over to Rabuni Botan, which is always an entertaining fight, and finishing up with Foxbark's Christ before heading back to the base. Alrighty, and we've got ourselves a new bow. We're also going to make some of these arrows because we do have quite a bit of Hexalite now. We'll go 13, that's 130 arrows. We also made some powerful fishing magnets, so we can now do some proper salvaging. I then ventured back out to kill more of the alphas, starting with this Tyrantris at the top here. I then took a look at the map to kind of gauge how many more we had left before we could take on Bjorn and Bastigor. So I still had a handful left to go, plus the ones that were in the little arena areas that we couldn't get to until we had killed certain ones. But so far, we're doing pretty good. I then made my way to Dazzy Knock, nuking that pretty much instantaneously thanks to Silvergus. And then I discovered an old friend, but I was too late. Dr. Braun! No, don't you fuckers kill him! Aw, man, again? God damn it! Of course he spawned as one of the freaking NPCs in the base. Wonderful. I then continued hunting, killing Capriti knocked, killing Kitsu knocked. I then went into Smokey's realm to defeat him now that I had the ability to finally get in there, and I did kill him. I did try capturing him, but it was just too much hassle, so I gave up on that. I also went and defeated Prunelia as well as Nightmare now that I had access to all of their areas. It was then time to face Frostallion Knocked. Now, I only had the one exotic sphere, so I figured we'd try our luck. We got one wobble, we got 2 wobbles, and just like that, we had caught Frostallion Knocked. Legend, Lord of the Underworld, and Musclehead. Pretty big. I'll happily take that. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see how we fare against Bjorn and Bastigor. We've got Terra Prisma, we've got our bow, and we've got Nightglow alongside our pals. Let's get in there and do it. Bastigor is still absolutely badass. I would have gone for Bastigor again if we didn't have Alaska. But I'm a sucker for Alaska. Alright, let's take him down. That was a great start, getting smacked already. I should have probably summoned the swords before, but that's okay. We're going to summon in all our Terra Prisma swords, and then we'll switch to our bow. Must be too far from it. There we go. Okay, we're going to put Finsider away for a little bit. We'll switch to Alaska. Ooh, not that I think Alaska's going to last long, because it's not condensed whatsoever or have any souls. I don't know whose attacks are where. All I know is I'm taking a butt ton of damage and I need to be careful. I'm going to switch out to Bralola. Give Finsider a second here to catch its breath. Bralola should be able to hold up pretty decently against Bjorn. Shit. Me, on the other hand, probably not so much. Oh, that was close. Yeah, look at that damage. 3k on the final blast as well. It's still pretty powerful. It's definitely not as strong as it used to be, but still. Alright, here we go. Bastigor and Bjorn are about to be defeated. Finish off the job, Trigger. Let's go. Woo! Bjorn and Bastigor have been defeated. We take those wins. Boom! And just like that, all of the tower bosses have been defeated. Oop. We accidentally just killed someone? I do apologize profusely. It was very much so an accident. While out digging for treasure maps, I found a semi-auto shotgun schematic that was epic quality. So I was pretty happy about that. I did like the semi-auto shotgun. Alrighty, so we're making up a bunch of carbon fiber, a bunch of arrows for ourselves, and then with that carbon fiber, we're going to make ourselves a new shotgun. I haven't crossed the shotgun ammo bridge yet. I just realized we are going to need ammo to actually use that, which would be very helpful. And there's our shotgun. Alrighty, we are going to make our way to Zoe now, and we are going to give a shot on defeating her on hard mode. Jesus Christ, I got fucking melted. Why is there a crusher in here for? Oh, meds. Okay, Brolola has taken a shit ton of damage. My swords are already gone. Okay, maybe we underestimated this fight drastically. This crusher is absolutely annihilating me. My god. Brolola is getting wrecked. We are doing damage to Zoe and Grisbolt. Oh god, that was close. What is hitting me? Well, I mean, that was a solid attempt. I think I need a better shield and a better armor, but I'll take that. We are going to try. We've only got like 6 days left. So we're going to try and do the hard bosses. We will also try and do the other raid bosses that we haven't done yet as well. All right, we just finished a Hexalite Quartz run as well. So now what we can actually do is we can now build the Hexalite Quartz mine as well, because we've already defeated Bjorn. Look at these absolute units going to town on the Hexalite Quartz. Alrighty, so we've just managed to get 150 Hexalite. Let's make that bad boy up. We've got a butt ton of shotgun shells. We're pretty much geared up as best as I can say for the Zoe and Grisbolt fight again. We're going to go round 2. We've got more meds. Alrighty, well that took way longer than I was expecting. But we finally got ourselves our new armor. So what does that take our health to? Oh, I think we got an extra 500. Okay, Brolola is taking a lot of damage, but we're also dishing out a crap ton of damage to Zoe and Grisbolt as well. So I don't want Brolola to die. So let's switch out to Silvergus, because we can always heal Silvergus as well again. Ooh, take one of those Silvergus. Oh, shit. All right, I don't know if it's the Terra Prisma's sword, Silvergus, or our bow and arrow. But we're kind of nuking him this time around. I mean, I don't know if our armor is playing that much of a bonus, or we're just kind of dodging more of the attacks. Grisbolt is going after me, and I'm pretty sure the bosses go after the one that does the highest amount of damage. I mean, with our swords, it makes sense that it's us, I guess, but I'm hoping... What is Silvergus? Silvergus is stuck, that's why. All right, let's get Brolola back out. Brolola can finish off the job. And Zoe is dead. Woo! We got the Zoe hat as well for completing it on hard mode. I'll take it. Was it worth it? Abso-bloody-lutely. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go ahead and take on the Free Pal Alliance hard battle. Honestly, the shotgun kind of pales in comparison to the bow. It takes so much longer to reload, and I feel like our bow is just doing so much more damage, even though it's like a standard normal type bow. We got it to half health. We've got 7 minutes left. We're probably going to switch out here for Silvergus. Just because I think Silvergus is actually our strongest pal. He's got the best passives on himself, so I think that's the best one we've got. And she's dead. Nailed it once again. Let's go. It was then time to take on Axel and Orsurk in hard mode. This time around, he had a Relaxosaurus Lux and a Massander Lux, but they got one shot by our Alaska, which was freaking glorious. The only annoying thing about the Terra Prisma sword is the goddamn sound it makes. Other than that, I have no complaints whatsoever. This thing does a ton of damage. It's just the damn noise. Here we go. Boom! What a finisher from the big man himself. Let's go. Good job, Alaska. Alright, here we go. It is time to do Phaleris now. Let's get into it. Oh, no, hold on. I've got to summon my swords again. We had to go back and repair it. We are getting absolutely domed here. I am going to die. Oh god, everything is being targeted on me. Okay, hopefully Finsider now can deal with Phaleris. Oh, fucking hell. I'm dead. Man, he was just gunning for me with those attacks. That's fine. We'll come back and do it again. Alrighty, so we're doing pretty solid. We put the attack support whistle on, and it seems like it's doing a lot of amplified extra damage, which is making me very happy. Like, it looks like each tick of his Hydro Beam is now dealing like 1,000 in comparison to the, what, 500 I think it was doing before the whistle. So we are dishing out a lot of damage now and killing him very quickly. Oh, gotta dodge these! Yeah, we are, I think putting the attack support whistle on is a big play. I don't know if it goes any higher than level 2, but we absolutely demolished him. How much extra attack does it give us? Pal attack up level 3. We'll find out. Let's find out. We did defeat him. We got his hat. Look at that hairdo. How regal and majestic is that? Alright, here we go. Time for Victor and Shadowbeak. I have a feeling this isn't on hard. No, just judging by, I mean... No, I feel like we definitely would have done more damage to him if this was... more damage to him if it wasn't on hard. We'll find out, I guess, at the end of the fight. Alright, we did let Sylvagus die, but I'm not worried about it because what we can do is do that. Oh, shit. It brings him back on 1 health. Okay, I wasn't expecting... Why is there 2 Victor and Shadowbeaks? Hello? Game? We're going to just hopefully target on this singular one, and hopefully the other one doesn't attack us. Get behind the pillar. Oh, that was close. No, it looks like they're both deciding to attack us. Okay, well, this is annoying. Hopefully we kill the first one and the other one just disappears. Maybe it's part of the fight, I don't know. That's not the attack you want to see! Oh, fucking hell. I don't know why 2 Victor and Shadowbeak spawned in. I'm assuming it's part of the fight. We were so close. That's so annoying. Yeah, okay. Definitely looks like the Victor and Shadowbeak is part of the hard mode. Just got to try and make sure you target in the right one, I guess. Nah. Alright, I'm calling it. I can't kill him. The two Shadowbeaks is too tough. I'm calling it. I'm not wasting any more time. We're going to go fight some raid bosses. Of course, as we're setting up to do a raid boss, we get bloody raided by a bunch of Cjthechekes. Just our luck, of course. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we go. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to accomplish... I don't think we'll be able to kill Blizzarmet Ryu. I also definitely do not think we'll be able to kill Xenolord. There's no way we're going to defeat Bellanor Libero. We're going to give it a try. First off, though, we're going to try and take on the Celestial Sigil Master. So this is the Terraria dungeon boss upgraded, I believe. Let's do it. I don't have any power pods or anything like that. We're just raw dogging it. This is probably the worst one we could start with just because of the eye situation. He's got 1.5 million... No, 2 million health. Holy shit. There is no way we defeat this guy. He literally just wiped out our entire crew and he's about to wipe me. Fuck, alright. Well, that went well. That went swell. We did so much damage to him. Yeah, there is no way we are prepared for this. No. We're going to give him the 10 minutes and we'll come back and try another raid boss. Alright, here we go. So this time around we're going to go for Blizzarmet Ryu. Let's see how we... Pretty sure, yeah, dragon and fire. So what do we want to use? Ice and water, I guess? Let's see how we go. I have a sneaking suspicion we're not really going to kill him. We do have like... Oh, okay, I mean, we're doing pretty damage. We do have some guys that have been condensed down, like some Sylvaguses and stuff. So, I mean, we'll see how we go. It looks like we're doing a lot of damage so far, I'm not going to lie. We're just going to pop Night Glow here and just pop that out. When they say upset and not willing to do any tasks, does that mean they're still fighting? I certainly hope so. Look at our army of Brelohas just firing everything they've got. I mean, our Walaska is doing a crap ton of damage to it. I can see the beams of water coming out. But I'm pretty sure it switches to a different type. I don't remember what though. Oh shit, that was a big damage hit. Alright, here we go. He's shifting into some... Oh shit, no, he was just launching his fucking ultimate attack. Alright, we're about to... We're not kill him, we're about to trigger his form change. Ouch. Oh, he turns into lightning. Okay, that was unexpected. I don't think I have really anything to deal with the lightning. Oh god, I'm stuck underneath him. Get out of the way! I need to pop a damn potion in here. I am stuck in something. Okay, Brololo is doing damage, but we have no other powers left. I should have brought all the ones from the bases, because they are all our high level ones as well. We'll just chuck everything out that we have and pray that something does some damage to him. I have a feeling everything's just going to get incapacitated pretty quickly. Case in point. I mean, every little bit of damage helps. Alright. We should get him, I reckon. We've got 4 minutes left. I think we'll kill him. There's no way we killed the Xeno Lord. Oh shit, he's gonna do another ultimate attack. Please don't murder me. I think it's just me and Bralola. I believe in you, Bralola. Oh, don't die. Come on, Silvergus. Finish the job for me, mate. Fuck! That's so annoying. He was so close to dying. We're going to chuck out... Oh, where'd they go? Fuck! I was going to chuck our dudes in the box, but he killed me. We are stuck. Oh, there we go. Ouch. Alright, they should kill him. We're just not going to be present for the kill. There he is. He's dead. Wonderful. We defeated him, but we're dead. Well, we still got all his items. Was it super impressive? No. Was he difficult? Yes. Well, that was fun. We're going to call it there, guys. We have breached the 100 days. We're currently sitting at 103. We're not going to try and fight Xenolord. There is no way we defeat him. We did defeat 4 of the raid bosses out of the potential 6, I think. There's no way we're going to beat the Ultras one. We are nowhere near close enough for that. So guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more Palworld content. But on that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.